Okay, so on your chart paper, what you need to do is write down these two tables. This one's for Tiny, and then the other one is for Patty Cakes. Okay, make this on your chart paper somewhere. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to graph our X and our Y axes. So this one down here is X going across or horizontal. Vertical is the Y axis. Axes. Okay, and we always put the independent variable on the X and the dependent variable on the Y. So anyway, I don't know about this being independent and dependent, these particular variables, but you know what, we'll just roll with it. Okay, so you need two different colors. One color you're going to graph Tiny, and one color you're gonna graph Patty Cakes. Okay, so I'm gonna pause while you go and make your table and go ahead and draw your Y and X axes as well. Okay, and if you have not filled in your T-chart here with your number of seconds, which you probably have, if you haven't, go ahead and fill that in now. All right, so here we are. We have our graph. We have distance in feet on this side over here on the left. We've got our time in seconds down here on the x-axis, and we're going to look at our chart. Okay, so I know that seconds is going to go where? Where are the seconds going to go? Okay, you should know they're going to go down here. And I'm going to come over here and take a look at my seconds. The highest number I have is what? 10. That's not very much. So, I can just number these by ones. So I can say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, where that dot already is, and this will be 5. Okay, so go ahead, label your x-axes. All right, so like we said, the highest number that we go is 10. So now we need to look over here at our dependent variable, which we can see is what? The distance in feet. Okay, so what's the highest number we have for distance in feet? 1,000, right? That's pretty big. So if we want to make this halfway right here, halfway point, this would be 500. And then 1,000 would be at the top. Or you might just want to count by hundreds. I don't know what's your preference there, but go ahead and label, and you're going to need intervals like 50 and 100. Maybe you should count by 50. I don't know. It's going to get crazy out there, but you go ahead and see if you can figure that out. Okay, so what I ended up doing was putting accounting by 50s over here. So the very first line down here is 50, and I counted by 50, and I got up to 250, 500, 750, and 1,000. Okay, so now it's time to start graphing our data. So I'm going to, for blue, I'm going to do Tiny in blue. Okay, that is very sloppy. Don't be like Miss Lee, guys. Okay, so that's 50 and what? 250. Okay, so let's start with seconds. Okay, it's going to be down here on our x-axis. And what is our second? The first one is 1. Okay, that's easy. That's right here because we counted by ones over to 5. And then, okay, so we found this. And then what are we looking for? Oh, this one, the feet is what? It's 50. Oh my gosh, this is super simple. So I'm just going to put a little dot, a Dotskaruski right there. Okay, so now you're going to do the same for this. Remember seconds down here. Then you go up to the number that is the number of feet. Okay, I'm going to pause and let you do that. So what you should have done is 5 seconds was 250 feet, went right there. And then 10 seconds is 500 feet, went right there. And what you should be noticing is this is a perfectly straight line that I could continue and see I could predict what future measurements would be just by following this line. And you will need to draw a line there through all of those points, make it a straight line. Okay, and then we will move over to baby cakes, patty cakes, sugar cakes, something like that. Okay, this is the last one for tiny. So I'm gonna draw a line here, and you'll see if I start at what's called the origin right here, which is 0, 0, or 0 on both sides, and I draw this, it perfectly lines up and will allow me to make a prediction. Like I could say to you, how far will Tiny go in 15 seconds? And you would be able to follow this chart to predict what time, if her speed is constant, how many feet she would have gone for that many seconds. Okay, so I'm not going to help you with the patty cakes one. You're going to go ahead and do that one on your own, and then we will meet up on the next slide.